Stream trout living in the northeast United States, rainbow trout, brown trout, and brook trout are some of the most magnificent and beautiful freshwater fish. All trout prefer cold water, with brook trout requiring the coldest and therefore commonly living in small, shady tributaries and ponds, and with rainbow trout and especially brown trout tolerating warmer, slower creeks and warmer lakes. Stream trout may live in lakes, ponds, or creeks, but they all require creeks to spawn. Stream trout largely dine on insects, although crustaceans and baitfish make up a significant part of their diet as well. Stream trout in creeks are wary and dart under overhanging branches or root systems or under stones when they sense a predator, and they do the same when hooked. Trout in creeks feed more heavily during dim light periods, which is when insect activity peaks, and also when the water is rising, which dislodges and carries down more insects. When not feeding, stream trout hunker under overhangs and rocks and in deep pools. In moving water, stream trout prefer riffles, deep runs with cover, eddies, pockets, undercuts, and plunge pools. In lakes, stream trout feed in the shallows during spring and frequent gradually sloping shores, rock bars, inlets, points, weed beds, creek mouths, and sunken islands. During summer, they can be forced into deeper, colder water and often lay along the thermocline, rising to feed near the surface early and late in the day. A sneaky stalk is needed to not disturb trout in creeks. Drifting worms, terrestrial insects, crawfish, and minnows on a free line, drifting egg sacs, jigging small or micro jigs, fly fishing with wet or dry flies, and burning small spoons and spinners, all with light line are top choices for catching these trout. In lakes, worms and power bait rigged with as little weight as possible are top choices. Sometimes the trout become so wary that they'll only hit at night. In winter, stream trout lay in slower water and heavier cover. Tiny wet flies and live bait such as sculpins and larval insects work best. The trout are most active where the creek is warmest.